All right, good morning everyone. Day 104 with Slow and Steady and Tom Lavardi. Tom lives right on the trail here. Tom, how long you been doing trail magic?
45 years.
45 years. If you see this house here, there's some water over on the picnic table. The trail comes right down the road here, and he's out here helping out a lot, helped us get to the hotel and all.
Bunch of trekking poles right here.
Oh, look at that. And you got your double blazes. So why do you do Trail Angel stuff?
It is fun. Well, I'm a hiker myself too.
Very
I'm
good.
a hiker myself too, so.
Awesome. Well, he's got his own little icon on Far Out, so don't pass it up and say hi to him. He was great, and the knowledge we got for going north saved my back a lot of work here today. So for a few days. Thanks, Tom.
All right, from 2 days ago, I thought it was a hydroelectric plant, but it's not. It's a paper company. They make the paper for printing money. Tom Lavardi just said they used to use this water to power the plant. So it's not a hydroelectric, but kind of was. That's why it looked like it. But it's still active today to make the money for our make the paper for our money. Very cool. So today we're going to hike up to Mount Greylock and probably over it. We'll try anyway. It's 20 miles, 20.7 to another shelter on the other side. But it's like a 7-mile climb once we pass the town of Cheshire, which is another 8 or 9 miles from here. There's a big hill in between here and there. But let's just see how the feet do and how the legs do and see how far we can make it today. There's heavy rain scheduled later, so I'm not sure how much you'll be able to video or how much I'll want to, but you know, I'll share whatever I can.
All right, walking out of Dalton, or through Dalton here, they make it easy. The trail marker's right in the sidewalk. This is just after that paper mill or paper manufacturing company on the way out of town. All right, after you leave Dalton, before you get to Cheshire, as you're climbing up and over this 8 or 9 mile range, you get to the first campsite, Crystal Mountain Campsite. Water, privy, and fires are okay. It's up that way a little. I'm not going there. I'm going pretty slow, so I got to make up some time. Nice little beaver pond. Still before I get to the downhill that goes to Cheshire. A few miles, 5 or 6 miles outside of Dalton. The rain has just trickled a little bit so far. Nothing bad yet. It's coming this afternoon. Stay tuned. From the Cheshire Cobble Blue Blaze, it's actually very short, easy Blue Blaze over. You get the nice lake views, the town of Cheshire, and I believe Mount Greylock is up there, maybe behind these trees, but it's in the clouds, wherever it is over there. So we're heading next. We're gonna walk through town, stop for a quick Gatorade or something, and hike up into the clouds and see how bad the rain gets today. It's beautiful up here. The trail comes out right next to this private property, but look, there's local honey for sale. Zebca apiary. Very cool. And it says, smile, I'm on camera. Hi, I'm a beekeeper. Trying to see if I see their hives through the trees. I assume they're here, but maybe they have them elsewhere. But anyway, the AT, when you come down to Cheshire, you come down and it looks like a road walk. I think this might be the road walk that goes over to the base of Mount Greylock here for the 7-mile climb out. All right, when you're walking down the road from where I just showed you, it's obvious where to go. Go that way. Mount Greylock is, I'm sure, somewhere up there in the clouds. Had some view of the clouds, and it's probably on a clear day you might be able to see it. Not today. Here's the other side of Cheshire. Go through a little wooded section, then this field. I think that's the Dollar General, and there's a gas station right there. And the trail probably goes up there, and we followed up somewhere into the clouds into Mount Greylock in 7, 8, 9 miles, I don't know. A little ways over the hill there. All right, 7.7 miles to Mount Greylock summit. That's the highest point in Massachusetts. And it's raining up there, it's in the clouds. Then from there, it's another 2 or 3 miles to the shelter, maybe 4 miles. Slowly but surely getting closer to Mount Greylock summit. And Wilbur clearing shelter, that's the one we're going through, 10.5 miles. Another, what is that, 3.7 past the summit. So that's where we're headed. That's the goal anyway. We'll see how the feet decide. There is an emergency shelter at the summit. It's frowned upon to use it, I understand, but if the weather gets real bad or you get injured or, you know, if it's an emergency, whatever that means, I understand this is shelter. If it's on the trail, I'll show it. If it's close enough to be able to share with you. I think there's water up there at the lodge. A couple little things like that. Oh, and the lodge serves meals. I forgot about that. So may have to stop there and have a snack. We'll see if they're open when we get up there. I believe it's only open Thursday to Sunday. So this is not Thursday to Sunday. So we'll see. All right, before you get to the top, let's see, there's no-pel shelter, tent sites, all that way, Bassett Brook campsites, platforms, all kinds of stuff. But we're heading up and over to see Wilbur clearing shelter in 6.7 miles. Bascom Lodge is right at the summit. So that's 3.1, another 3.6 after that to the shelter, where we will probably call it home tonight. There has been plenty of boardwalk walking today, but it sure beats the alternative, walking in that muck. Anyway, we're getting close to the summit here. We got one big climb coming up to Mount Greylock. I keep forgetting the name of the mountain. The biggest mountain in Mass. I got a mental block on it. Anyway, I'll show you when we get up there. Probably another mile or two, I think. All right, here's the road up to Mount Greylock. Heading up that way with the AT. Some information about the state reservation. There's some parking up here. The trail heads over this way. Some nice wind blowing through. Getting higher and higher. Getting close to Mount Greylock, less than a mile now. You can start to see bits and pieces up there, but it's kind of socked in right now. Let's get up there. The rain has held off. It's like 3:30 now. May not be here till 5. I don't know. Every time I check, it gets later. But I'm sure it's coming. We can get hiking. This trail is for foot, bike, or snowmobile. Cheshire Harbor Trail. Very cool. The AT goes up this way, foot only, Mount Greylock summit, half a mile. Be a little easier to hitchhike on the road, but maybe we'll just stay on the trail. All right, almost to the summit. See the clouds rolling through. Summit's right up ahead with Bascom Lodge and the AT. This work building here. There's the tower. You can almost see it. I can hear it. Can you hear the wind whistling through it? All right, let me get back at it here. All right, here is the summit. There's a war memorial peeking through the clouds there. There's the Bascom Lodge. I think they're closed today, but oh, sorry, I walk in front of Bob's camera. There's a little more information about Greylock. Highest we've been for a long time, 3,400 feet up at the monument. That's the highest Shannon goes. We go up there. Here's a little more information. This is the monument that's right in front of us. Yes, that's better than there, so. There it is. And here's a view of this whole area. We walked a lot of this. Where? I don't know exactly. I'm looking. See if there's an AT mark on here. Greylock Road. Saddle Balm Mountain. Assume that's Mount Greylock over there on the left. Overlook, War Memorial, Park Boundary. This might be the AT. Yep, it is. We'll find a shelter somewhere. Look at the view we got. Crazy down here. Mount Everest, Pressure Hills. You can see the Catskills. Of course, it's just on the side. That's alright. This is what you can see from here. You can see 4 states. Up there, I guess, from the top of the tower. Today, I can't see the end of the grass. There's a view to the east. Head into Williamstown, close to Williamstown for a resupply stop and shop. That would be good. Looking north above the tower, and you can see farther than that. I forgot this is a kind of a lighthouse, but this side you can see a couple of lights on up near the top of the tower. And I go on a limb and say that top thing lights up at night. Beautiful tower. Wish I could see it on a clear day. All right, here's the tower from just inside some wooded area. When you get near the top, there's a couple lights on up there. And the top piece looks like that lights up at night. I would say it definitely does. And the wind here is nothing inside the woods, but the people up there, their hair is about ready to blow off. All right, let's get to the shelter, 3.5 miles. First views of Mount Williams. Just kidding, that's where we're going over there. There's a mountain over there somewhere we're going to. We gotta climb down to it, but first we gotta get down the stairs. Well, 4:30 or so, the rain's finally come. I'm a bit of a drowned rat, if you can tell, I don't know. But only another mile or two to camp, and then dry clothes
and dry sleeping arrangements, hopefully. See how many people are in this shelter. Might be a good night to actually be in the shelter, not in my tent, or not in my tarp and bivvy, just because it'll be wet setting up unless the rain passes. I'm not sure how long it's going to hang out here today. Anyway, we'll catch up here and when I get closer to camp. Got one more climb over Mount Williams coming up, and then on down to camp. Real steep downhill for the last mile or so to camp. Stay tuned. All right, there it is, a mile and a half to the shelter. First I have about a half-mile climb up Mount Williams, I believe, and down the other side and onto some dry places to to sleep tonight. The last half mile or so mile has returned to Pennsylvania Rock, as you can see here in front of me too. So can't talk and walk at the same time in these rocks. Catch up soon. All right, here's the turnoff. Wilbur clearing shelter, 0.3 down this way. You might be able to tell, but it is pouring. All right, while I walk this 0.3 here, I'm gonna say goodnight in case it's crowded up here, but also because I am drowned and it's starting to get cool. So as soon as I get in, I need to get some dry clothes, figure out where to set up shelter, inside the shelter or in the tarp, depending on what's going on up here. Got some boardwalks to walk across. That's day 104. That one's down. It was a little over 20 miles. It was actually quite a bit of climbing, but I feel pretty good today. I loosened the shoes quite a bit, and if that's the only thing I needed to do to get my feet to feel better, I feel silly. But my feet they're tired, they're sore, but not like they have been for the last few weeks. So maybe I just had my shoes too tight. Couldn't be that simple, could it? If it is, I'd rather that be the cause and have a solution now and feel silly about not doing it earlier. But yesterday or 2 days ago when I released my shoelaces, the pressure release on my feet was great. I mean, it went from really painful to felt pretty good almost instantly. And I thought maybe that's all that's happening. I don't lace them particularly tight, but I used to use the Speed Goats with the front laces almost completely open. So maybe I just need to do that. But with that said, I don't know if you can tell, everything is flooded out here. As you can see on the lens, I don't know. But anyway, I gotta go. The shelter's coming up and get moving on getting dry. We'll catch up either later or tomorrow if I don't talk to you tonight. Have a good night. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like if you want. There's other little button up down there to contribute a couple of bucks if you want to. I forget what that's called, but on my end it's called a super. But check it out if you're interested. It might help make some better bonuses going up to Katahdin. Like I said yesterday, maybe some live streaming if possible. But anyway, if you just feel like helping, great. If not, no big deal. Keep watching and send some encouragement my way. Got some hard days coming up for the next month. So anyway, let's get out of the rain. Catch you later.